along with Alexis Schultze, the best dressed queen from the Guadalupe County Fair. So these two fine young ladies will be helping us pass out the ribbons. Also, a warm welcome to our tonight's judge, Micah Osborne from Texas A&M University. Thank you, Mr. Osborne, for being here tonight.
Good evening, everybody. First, I'd just like to start off by saying thanks for having me. This is the first show I've been able to judge this year, so it's great to get back in the arena and judging birds. It's especially great to get to be around kids, and I know everything going on right now with COVID is crazy, but I'm grateful that there's livestock shows out there willing to do what's right for the kids and getting these birds shown. When we start them out, could I just get y'all to lift them up real quick and talk about them and kind of explain things? We start going through it, and we look at these first couple of pins right here, and we come down here to this gentleman's pin, and we look at him, and he's got three really uniform birds. They feel good. They have good shape. They're just lacking that one really big bird that sends them over. They got three good ones. I'd just like to see one more that could help them lift that pin up one more ring. As we get to this pin right here, we're really wide at the base of that breast. We just don't quite carry it up to the top of the kill bone like we'd like to see on these two on the outside. That one in the middle is real good. It carries good. Like to see a little bit more out of those other two. As we get to this pin right here, can I flip them up real quick? What we start to see is we got one really massive bird right here, one a little bit behind it, and then one that's just a little bit behind those two. But we have such mass in these other two birds right here that it helps bring them up. And then we get up to this pin right here, and it's just packed full of meat all the way through. They have meat down here at the bottom. They carry it all the way up to the top. It's almost three uniform, perfect birds, as you will. With that being said, this is going to be the champion pullet, and it's going to go that way. So let's give them a round of applause. They've done a great job. Do y'all need that?
Yeah, is those one?
Yeah, they're in line.
Okay, so congratulations to Matthew Merrick, first place. Mark, I'm sorry. And then Grace Mark, second place. Presley Just is third place. Congratulations.
All right, Bradley.
Bradley Mark is fourth place. Congratulations.
Jake.
And Jake Schultze is fifth place. Congratulations. All right, a big round of applause for our winners, and thank you all so very much. Congratulations.
So now we're going to check the. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in our cockerel broilers. Same procedure. Bring them into the ring. Let them check the wing bands. We're just going to line them all up. Broiler cockerels to the arena, please. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we're waiting to bring the cockerels in, would also let you know that Miss Megan Good has joined us. She is the 2021 Guadalupe County Fair Princess, and she's currently attending Hallmark University. So, Megan, congratulations to you, and thank you for joining us.
All right. Now that we figured out which side of the arena we should all stand on, just kind of getting out here, and again, it's a pleasure to be out here. Whenever we get these cockerels out here, they're really tremendous. There's quality from the top all the way to the bottom. It's just really good birds. It has me excited for the majors and what to expect from these kids as we go to these bigger shows. If it's this tight in this little arena, I'm kind of worried whenever I get to the big one and there's 100 times this many. But no, it's some really tremendous birds. When we start to talk about them, we get right here, kind of like last time with the pullets. What we see with this pin right here is this bird on the end's really massive. It carries really good, has that meat down at the bottom. It carries up to the top. But as we get down, we have one bird that's a little bit smaller and that third bird that's a little bit smaller than that. Still really tremendous birds. You'd just like to see a little bit more out of those other two. When we get to this pin, we got one really good one right behind it. And this third one, it got a little soft on him. It probably got a little bit of stress during transport coming over here, maybe a little hot. If I'd like to see it just firm up a little bit more, and then we could probably go up. It's nothing on you. Sometimes it just happens. These birds get stressed, and that's just the way that it is. When we get up to these top two right here, and these are tremendous birds. I mean, depending on the person that's in here judging, they could go either way. When I talk about them, I got one pin that is really massive down at the bottom. They carry that meat up to the top, but they're missing just a little bit up towards the top of that keel bone compared to the pin that's in front of them. All three are carrying mass. It's three identical birds versus three identical birds. I think the pin on top just has a little bit more mass at the top of that keel bone on all three birds, and it helps them push them up a little bit further. Again, they did a tremendous job. Let's give them a round of applause, but this is going to be your champion pin right here, and it's going to go that way. So congratulations.
Hello?
All right, we have 9 pins of broilers here, so we're going to be placing 7. Your exhibitors will be getting a white card for the auction. Make sure you fill out your auction card and turn it into the office if you know you're going to be selling your lot tonight. But it definitely has to be turned in to be able to make the auction. Thank you.
Got it. Okay, first place is Grace Merrick. I think I got the pronunciation better this time. Grace Merrick. Number 2, second place is Presley Just. Third place is Matthew Merrick. Fourth place is Bradley Merrick. Fifth place, Jake Schultze. Sixth place, Mila Martin. And seventh place, Kira Martin. Congratulations to you all. So I think now we'll be working on the champion and the reserve champion for the
First and second place pins of pullets.
first and second place pins of pullets to the ring, please. First and second place in the ring, please.
We'll put the first place right here.
Okay, so the pullets, first place Matthew Merrick, and second place Grace Merrick. Please return to the ring, please.
Who's ring off for?
So we want to say thank you for the grand champion buckle and the reserve champion buckle. First, Pearson Livestock for sponsoring the buckle. Thank you so much for your support. And also, we'll recognize and thank R&D Custom Builders for their support in the buckle. So thank you for making this worthwhile for the young adults.
Yes.
So when we get our champion cockerels out here and our champion pullets, we have to judge them for what they are. At the end of the day, a pullet will never be the same size as your champion cockerels. That's just because what the bird is. A male will never be quite as big as a female, and we just have to look at that way, and we have to look at them for what they are. And this pin of pullets, they're really good. It's like I said earlier, it's 3 identical birds that carry a lot of meat down at the bottom. They keep carrying that meat all the way up to the top of the kill. They're very massive for being pullets, and I commend y'all on raising them like that. Same thing with this second pin. We still got 2 really massive birds up there. That third one, just like to see a little bit more. When we get to this second place pin of cockerels over here, and we look at those, again, it just shows how tight this was. Super massive birds. They carry it really well. Y'all did a great job raising those. And then we get to this pin right here, and there's not much that can't be said about them. They're massive at the bottom. They carry that all the way up to the top. It's kind of hard to overlook. With how big they are and how much mass they're carrying, that is going to be your champion bird. So let's give them a round of applause. When we compare the second place cockerels to when we compare our second place pin of cockerels to our grand champion pin of pullets, we have to kind of work that fine line and for what they are. And what I see in these birds is they are wide and they do carry good, but like I talked about it, they don't quite carry as much as this pin up here, like I'd like to see. And with this pin being as good of a pin of pullets as it is, they're all 3 identical. They carry that meat, and they're very massive for what they are. This is going to be your reserve champion pin. So let's give them a round of applause. Good job. Hey, buddy. Congratulations. Good job.
The Grace guys.
Okay, so the grand champion is, I want to get this right, Grace Merrick, and the reserve champion is Matthew Merrick. So congratulations. All right, so thank you so very much. Congratulations to the winners. Appreciate all your hard work. Good luck in the follow-on competition. So once we clear the ring, then we'll be setting up for the turkeys. Or and we'll be doing hens first. We're doing hens.
Broiler exhibitors, if you received a ribbon and made the auction, you need to have your picture taken by the backdrop over here. So please get your pictures taken so we can have your picture for the auction. Thank you so much.
All right, lining up for the hens now. Lining up for the hens. So we have 17 hens to place 13, 17 to place 13.
All right. So when we get turkey hens out here, it's a little bit of a different ball game. You know, we drop down from 3 birds to 1 bird, and basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to pack as much meat into that 1 bird as we can. It's hard to do for this show because I'd say the majority of these birds aren't being shown or aren't being grown for this show. You know, we're looking at the shows that are a month from now and 2 months from now, and so we have to kind of pace the birds to where they finish out just right at those other 2 shows. But when we take a look at them, there's just quality from top to bottom. You know, as we start at the top, you know, we have birds that are super wide at the base. They carry it really well. You can start to see the shape of that breast and how it's starting to mold as these birds grow. As we get a little bit further down, maybe those birds don't quite have as much meat down at the bottom as they do a little bit further up, or they're not carrying that meat up to the top of the kill bone. Maybe those birds are getting a little short. But as we go through them, you know, I look for a little bit more meat down at the base because if you think about it, that's where the majority of the meat's going to be. So if one has a little bit more meat down at the base than it does up at the top, I might carry it up a little bit higher. But again, these are some tremendous birds. At the end of the day, there's 1 bird that you feel it once and you don't really have to feel it again. I tried not to get it up after that. There's no real competition after her, but she's a fantastic bird, but that is going to be your champion bird down on this end, and she goes this way. So let's give her a round of applause for an excellent bird.
So Caitlin Morgan Roth, first place. Second place, Taylor Morgan Roth. Third place, Kel Mooney. Fourth place, Brooke, can't see, Ranger. Did I say it right? Carly Hoffman, 5th place. Amanda Hoffman, 6th place. Yeah. Oh, Colson Mooney, 7th place. I can't see. Oh, Carson Kaufman, 8th place. Oh, it's Luke. I didn't see you behind the mask, Luke. Luke Morganroth, 9th place. Brady Buckner, 10th place. I can't see. 11th place is Emma Linsman. Clara Gossett, 12th place. Sorry, it takes me a minute to see. Lila Gossett, 13th place.
And we're only placing 13.
Oh, okay. So, yes. So, 17 to place 13. So, the top 13 there. Congratulations to all 17, and specifically the 13th who placed. And now we'll be working the toms. Toms to the pen when you get a chance. I know many of you will be back in the ring. Well, are there? Since you're not they're marked out there, they're not showing, right?
Right.
So you're only going to count those.
Correct. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15.
What did we make?
Yes, we're good. 15.
15 toms.
So we got 15 toms. We'll be showing 15 toms. And that will place 11. We'll place 11 of the 15. So those of you thus far who have auction cards, you can either give them to Kyla here at the desk where you registered, where you submitted your forms, or you can submit them up to the trailer. Or, sir, I'm happy to take them right here. Yep, I got you. I got you, sure. So again, a reminder, if you have the auction cards, if you have those filled out, you can either give those to us here. If there's someone back there at the desk, we'll take them, or they can be turned in at the trailer, but we will need your auction form. And right now, out of the toms, we got 15. We're going to place 11. And then another reminder is once this this is done, then we'll have the photos as well.
As we get our turkey toms out here to try and finish up the show, again, it's quality from top to bottom. We start to come around San Antonio and all these counties around here, you really start to enjoy getting into a turkey ring and looking at some turkeys. If there were ever kids in the arena, if you were ever to watch a turkey showmanship per se, you should watch all these kids that are in this arena. The way that they're holding those birds to maximize that I get the best feel on that bird that I can is outstanding. These parents are really doing a good job of teaching their kids what needs to be done in the show ring to make those birds look the best that they can. It's just like showing a hog, getting its head up, getting it moving across the arena. You got to know what you're doing in here because it really changes the way that bird feels as I'm going through and feeling them. We get to looking at each bird individually. It's just like we said with the hens. We have some birds that are really big that are getting close to being finished out and some that just haven't quite gotten there yet. Maybe they're holding them off later. They don't want to push them too hard right now. But again, there's tremendous birds. They're wide at the base. They carry that meat up to the top. Again, just like with the hens, there's one that I think that stands above. It's a little bit wider at the base. It's a little bit wider at the top of that kill bone. It may not quite be as long as a few that are in here, but it's packed full of meat. It's a really good bird. It's going to be this young man down here on the end. It's going to go this way. So let's give him a round of applause.
All right, congratulations to our top 11. Our first place, Luke Morganroth. Second place, Colson Mooney. Third place, Cale Mooney. And then fourth place is Taylor Morganroth. And fifth place, Reed Ranger. Fifth place, Reed Ranger. Sixth place is a Gossett, Lila Gossett. Sixth place. Seventh place, Carly Hoffman. Seventh place. Eighth place, Amanda Hoffman. Eighth place. In ninth place, Caitlin Morganroth. And 10th place,
Carson. What? Oh yeah, Carson.
I can't. Carson Kaufman. I'm sorry. It's my eyesight, folks. My eyesight. 10th place, Carson. And then 11th place is another Gossett, Claire Gossett. 11th place. And that's the top 11. So thank you all very much. And now we will bring in the top 2 for toms and hens for reserve. First and second hens, and we have the first and second toms. The others are welcome to have their pictures made, and don't forget to fill out your auction cards and have those back to us, please. And while we're bringing those back in, I also want to say thanks to Gun Automotive for sponsoring the Reserve Champion Turkey belt buckle, and to Janice and Steve Ganwiger for sponsoring the Grand Champion Turkey belt buckle. Thank you so very much for your support. Yeah. Okay, so for the auction cards, just bring your auction cards to me. Bring your auction cards up here. I will take your auction cards.
When we get our champion Tom and our champion hen out here and we kind of compare them to each other, it's really tough. We said that the Tom stood above the rest of the other Toms, and it does. It's really good for what it is. It has a lot of meat. It carries really good. Same thing with the hen. I only had to feel her once or twice when she came in the arena, and you could just tell that she was something special. We start to compare the two. I think the difference is one carries a little bit better. It doesn't quite have the taper that the other one does. And, it's not much taper. They're two really good birds, but your hen is going to be your champion today. So let's give her a round of applause. And then we can just follow it up. We compared the champion Tom to the reserve hen. Again, that Tom just stands above the rest. He is going to be your reserve. So let's give him a round of applause.
All right, congratulations. The grand champion, Caitlin Morganroth, and the reserve champion, Luke Morganroth. How about that? Well, congratulations to the Morganroths and the Moonies and all the winners tonight. And Megan Good, thank you for being here tonight and presenting the awards. Best of luck to you at Hallmark University.
Then she walked in and looked my way. With just a glance, yeah, I was sold. My head in disarray. How are ya? How's your night been gone? I said, I'm not that type of guy, you know. But why don't we talk? Yeah, let me buy you a drink. And then she kissed my face, yeah. I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive. I'm running, yeah, you've done it. I'm running so fast, you love it. I hope you stay, it never ends now. Her pretty face has got me in overdrive. After she had me in her grips, then she let go and tossed me in. Just like a shirt into the wash. We'll never know what could have been. I want another chance to prove that I could be the one for you. How could you make me feel so good and then do those evil things you do now? I'm falling. I was all in.